Hi, my name is Stacy Levy. I'm one of the owners of Dynamic Therapy Specialists in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I'm also a speech language pathologist.
I'm Dr. Vicky Roy, also a speech language pathologist and co owner of Dynamic Therapy Specialists.
One of our friends, a mutual friend from Atlanta, Georgia, knew that I was coming down to Baton Rouge to relocate, and she thought that meeting Vicky would be a really good thing to just get into the community, and also thought that we had professional interests that were in line with each other and that we would get along pretty well. So we ended up just emailing, I guess, calling and meeting up at Whole Foods one day, and then the rest is history.
We met by happen chance. Everything has been kind of by happen chance. I don't think either one of us were planning to do what we've currently done. At first, it was just hey, I think we're taking the same training. We should know each other. Then it was, hey, you should come rent space with me and stop working that job because you never have time to do anything on this and you're always busy working your real job. So you should come rent space over here. And then it was like, well, let's just rent space and have a name so that people couldn't find us, but we're not like really doing anything together. We have commitment problems.
Until recently.
And then it was, hey, maybe we could just hire like one person and we'll kind of share the responsibility of that. And I think that that kind of went on for like a decade of like, maybe we'll just have this one person. And then we bought a building.
That kind of necessitated having more than just us.
Yes, then we bought a building and then that building got too small.
Oh, and it goes along with our vision of the only way we can meet the needs of more people is to help give our skills to other colleagues. And in order to do that, we needed a space. We needed a bigger space, and here we are.
So then we built a building
Yes,
and
that took a commitment.
then we had to commit at that point. We definitely had to say, okay, we're like seriously going to do this. Yeah. I don't think we had a vision. I don't think we had a plan. I think we were being pragmatic of why should we pay someone else to rent space from them? We might as well rent our own space and split the cost of that. And well, why don't we find someone who can answer the phone for both of us and not why don't we find someone who can help us out because we have too many clients and or patients that wanted to work with us. Okay, well, why don't we have someone help us with insurance so that we can do, I mean, it's always been more of a pragmatic solution to the problem at the time until right before COVID,
Yeah.
when it was like, okay, well, we either are going to need to do or do not, no more trying.
Well, I think too, at that point, we realized we were really better together and we had something really special that was unique to what we could offer. And we couldn't give up at that point. We had to persevere through the hard times of COVID and all the insurance battles and everything else. And it's been pretty cool.
I always, when we have disagreements or have some challenges, always go back to my dad told me a long time ago in the very beginning. He's like, if you're going to go into partnership, there's only one rule. And the rule is that you have to agree to not disagree. And I think about that every time I'm like, I want to disagree. I want to disagree. I don't want to do this anymore. It was easier by myself. It was easier whenever. And it's like, that's been something that I've like thought about a lot of like the only thing that we have to agree on is that we won't give up or that we won't just quit. Everything else we have just worked through.
Yeah, what I think too, also to that point, is that there's always a common goal. It's just our ways of approaching that goal might be different. And so, something that I've learned is that there are different ways to approach this. It's not necessarily has to be my way. It doesn't necessarily have to be her way. I mean, it could be a nice compromise. And so, it's just we're not we're not business people. We're therapists. We're moms. We're clinicians. We have servants' hearts, and so to run a business is a really different thing for us. And so, having to balance that, I think we've learned a lot through the process, and it's not because one's teaching the other or other. I think it's just very pragmatic that we read.
Very necessary. Something that we say in the office all the time is that we're just a couple of working moms doing the best we can. And now we've got a group of a larger group of moms and other women who are just doing the best we can.
And doing a pretty good job. I think we have different personalities. That was a big challenge. I mean, that is because we have a common goal and we approach things differently. But again, that's been something that we've been able to work through in addition to the challenges of insurance companies wanting to pay us less and less every day and trying to serve more and more families and help more and more families. I think that that's been what I perceive as the biggest challenges. And slowly but surely, we are taking them one step at a time and improving on those every time.
I mean, I think also just letting go. I mean, both Stacy and I were very successful on our own, and coming together has required that we let some things go, more so building the team.
Mm.
And the decision to add a leadership team to our company, meaning that we would have to allow other people to think about things and to make decisions and rely on. It's hard enough to have a partnership, but then you add in other people, but just getting to the place where we really realize that it's time to really focus on building out and recognizing that we're stronger all together with different strengths. And so that
For sure.
challenge of letting go and adding other people to the leadership team has been very rewarding and exciting, but I think that was hard. One hard thing.
And a good lesson for us to learn also is that, we can't do everything and we have to lean on the people. We've built an amazing team, an amazing leadership team, and upcoming leaders. And so, really identifying their strengths and being able to allow them to show their wonderfulness, their awesomeness, and allow them to grow into strong leaders that they can eventually give back to us. But yeah, I mean, letting go has definitely been a challenge as well.
But I enjoy it. I mean, there's like some really wow, like that's awesome. Like that's really hard, but then you see things and you're like, this place is running well. I didn't do that. That's
I know
super
I didn't think
exciting.
of that, and that was a really good thing that they implemented, and that's that's been really telling in our camp is that, being able to give up a little bit of that and, to the directors of camp this year and just really seeing how they've been able to take it. Every year we get better and better, but this year I feel like we've leapt, into a whole new area of just being great when it comes to camp.
I think we've had a lot of I mean, I think the building is the huge, I mean, I don't think Stacey ever thought that we would build a building and fill it and, um,
Well, I didn't think that we would ever fill the last place that we were and that we
yeah,
got
we
built.
both thought that was gonna be like, "Ooh, that's such a big building," but, I mean, the building, but, I mean, almost there's so many things. I mean, creating the AP program where we actually convinced some audiologists to leave their comfort zone and come and start something new. Camp is a huge success and figuring out. I mean, nobody else does it because it's not easy. And what we do and how we structure it and how we support kids for so long, but not charging crazy amounts. And we just get a lot of stuff done, which is really, really exciting and create opportunities for a lot of kids who don't get the opportunity in their regular school setting. I think that's a huge success. And the fact that we've gotten it to where it is now. It started literally in my home, with a couple of kids, now to having 10 weeks. That's a huge success. The preschool that we have that uh, 18 months, almost 2 full school years in, is hugely successful. I mean, our speech team, we have 10 speech pathologists who now work for us and doing some really great thing. And I would also say like our admin team and
The OT team too.
the whole we have successfully brought on OT. It was rocky for a minute or two. We were worried that we wouldn't have the whatever it needed to do it successfully, but like we have a really great OT team. So I mean, I think we've got several things to be very, very proud of.
And I would add, I mean, the culture that we have at DTS, I mean, I don't have to be here at 7:30, but I am here at 7:30 because I wanna be getting coffee with my colleagues, and I want to be walking the halls. I mean, I'm here a whole lot, not necessarily working with children, but just having interactions with our team. And I think that I know our team culture is really positive because we have students who tell us, they say, "Well, we wanna have a job with you, and, what can we do to get hired?" And that's pretty amazing. They have many opportunities to go in a lot of different places, and they choose us. And I think it's because they also see that this culture, they feel that this culture that we've worked really hard at developing and nurturing is positive, and that's important to us. So that's a huge success. And I would just say, surviving 15 years, 15 plus years. I mean, it's hard to be a therapist. It's hard to help children who have special needs, and it's hard to mentor other therapists. And, we're doing it on a daily basis and continue to do it and continue to plan to do it. So take some perseverance there as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I would just say, and the growth. I mean, I think our growth in the last 5 years is a huge testament to the hard work that we put in. I mean, actually, right before COVID, we had decided that we needed to get some support for our leadership skills and for our business skills. And the proof is in the pudding. I mean, we are helping so many more kids than we were 5, 6 years ago. And really, I mean, we've had a huge impact, but in the last 5 years, I mean, what we're doing now is amazing compared to what we were doing 5 years ago, and definitely 15 years ago when we were just very happy to just do our own little thing in a shared business
Shared
office.
space on the shared yes.
I think for that particular partnership, it's all about paying things forward and just recognizing part of it was because wanted we wanted like-minded individuals to join our group, and we felt like the only way to do that was to grow them ourselves. And so we've been investing for a very long time in students, and it's super exciting to see students that we have worked with a long time ago in their careers and what they're doing. And then also the majority of our team was a student with us at some point, which is, I think, a testament to what
Or a
we're
friend of a
doing.
student, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
or friend. So I think that that was what that collaboration was, pragmatic, and that we needed to try to figure out how to hire people and it how do we, when you're not finding what you want, like, well, then go and grow it. And that's what we've done and systematically doing. I think that's what we're very intentionally doing right now with our OT department, is really investing in new students that will eventually be working out in the world and potentially joining our team, that we want to grow them, we want to mentor them and train them and pour into them so that they can come and join our team and know everything about us and come and do more of what we're doing.
just like we've done with the speech team, for sure. We can do it.
That's all about what we want to do. It's always about being more. I think if I look back on all of the decisions that I've made in my career and all of the decisions that Stacy and I have made together and some of the decisions that I've sort of encouraged strongly that Stacy makes with me is about doing more and being more. Both of us have extensive amounts of training because it just has never been enough. Most of the decisions that I've made in my career, from deciding to get a master's, to deciding to get a PhD, to deciding to go get RDI certification, to deciding to go get MNI, deciding all of those things have been like, this just isn't enough. Like, I'm not helping as much as I wanted to. I'm not solving the problem. And it's always been about trying to find other people like us who also want to be more and they want to do more, and they're not okay with just doing the same thing and getting the same result, but always looking to say, I think I can help more. I think I can be more. I think I can contribute more. And when we kind of settled on that, that's really where it was. Like, we want to be more. We want to be more than others. And we want to be more for parents. We want to be more for each other. We want to be more for ourselves.
And I would just add that also want to help more. I mean, we just see that there's such a high need for our help and our services. And the only way that we can really continue to help more people is by pouring into what we have spent. I mean, mm, thousands of hours of training and thousands of dollars of training, pour into our clinicians, pour into our students so that they then can do more and beyond the status quo. I mean, I think that that's really where we both come from places where we saw that just doing the basic standard therapy was just not getting it. We might have graduated somebody, discharged somebody, and then they would be back in a year, or they would come to us with different problems. And it's like, well, we just didn't get down to where we needed to get. We needed to do more. And so it just made sense. The mission just made sense because we're always trying to figure out, well, what else do we need to do? We need to do more. We need to how do we help the student? We need to do more. How do we help our team? We need to do more. We need to be more. We need to be the people that our families can look to, that our students can look to, our therapists can look to and say, "Oh, they are doing more, and we can't and should also."
I'm super excited about the possibilities for DTS. I think we have this beautiful new building. We have so many like fruits of our labor showing up with this our OT team that is growing and really developing into something really special, and our speech team that works so well together, and our audiologist. And Stacy and I are in a really good place, and there's just so much potential for all the things helping. I'm really hoping that in the next couple of years that we're helping more people outside of Baton Rouge and outside of the state and really being able to do more there. It's exciting. I think that there's never been a more exciting time than like where we are right now. It's like in the past, it's been exciting, but it's also been really scary. And not that there's no fear, but I think now we are more confident and there's less fear, more motivation, more strong desire, more confidence. We are much better business people than we were a long time ago. Maybe not the best.
A load of bar.
Much, we're much better business people. I think we're better mentors. We're better leaders and better friends, to ourselves and to each other and to our team. And so it's just really exciting to see and to think about, well, what it's going to look like in a year. What is it going to look like in 5 years?
And I don't think that we really know what it looks like. I think, it's safe to say that we have a vision of where we want to be and how many people we want to impact. But being a visual person, to me, it makes sense to kind of think about the next 15 years. It's like we've just dropped the water droplet into the pond, and now we're going to see this ripple effect. And so it's really exciting. Do we know how big the ripple is going to be? Is it going to be throughout the state? Is it going to be beyond the state? Is it it doesn't matter because we just know there's going to be growth. We know that we are growing in so many different ways through our mentorship, through helping families, educating and empowering families. It's going to be really exciting to see. And I don't really have a vision of what that's going to look like. I just know that it's going to be big and it's going to touch a lot of people in a lot of different ways.